Dr. Danek Show with your host, Dr. Danek. You can see here that Reggie has been here as well because he's chewed this sign. But you know what? We're going to keep on. We're going to keep on keeping on. So, hello. Welcome back to an episode of the Dr. Danek Show. Still in quarantine. It's week 9,424, and we've been here. I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever go out again. No, just kidding. But the other day, I'm going to say it's 2 days ago. Nope, it was yesterday. Good call. Hard. Days are running together. I was thinking to myself, I kind of can't believe we're still in quarantine. I mean, I know we're all just self-isolating and it's good, and I totally, you know me, totally afraid of germs. 100% on board with the idea of social isolation and not getting out there and getting everybody diseased. You know this. Don't get me wrong. But it's just weird that it's still happening. Like, I guess I thought it would go faster than this. I don't know. I'm not that kind of doctor. So, yeah. I mean, a couple things. One, I'm going to stare outside now. Hold on. Thank you for allowing me that. The trees outside have leafed up quite nicely, which is really good. I'm pretty sure I told you this before, but remember my neighbors? The neighbors behind me? I think I told you that I kind of hate them. I mean, not in a way that I wish anything bad to happen to them, but if it did, I would. No, sorry, that's not okay. It's not okay. But these are the neighbors that are like, I don't know, they store like all the junk that's ever existed in their yard, and they also have dogs that bark, I would say, almost nonstop. Those are those neighbors, and I can't see them as well now because there's leaves. Oh God, you guys, I can't even do plurals anymore. I don't know what's happening. There's leaves out there, so that makes it good. Should have brought you along for the cooking show today. I made sunshine pad thai, which is basically pad thai with turmeric in the noodles so that they're yellow, and it's amazing. Also super easy. Here, I will tell you the entire recipe off the top of my head. Okay, so one, I'm not gonna get these proportions right, so I'm just gonna tell you what I did. I got these brown rice noodles. They were 8 ounces. That feels true. They're 8 ounces a pack. I ordered them from Amazon, and so I have like 9,000 boxes of them because that was the only way to order them. It's fun and exciting. Anyway, got those. So boil some water, put some turmeric in there. You know, that stuff that makes stuff yellow. It's also supposed to be good. I don't know. I cannot follow. You take it with black pepper, then it makes you less inflamed, more inflamed. Something good. Anyway, boil that together. Follow the package instructions on that one. Not that hard. Meanwhile, have you ever made crispy tofu? I don't know if you have, but let me tell you. Again, another amazing recipe that's off the top of my head. I didn't make this. So take a block of tofu. I know. Ew, tofu. Come on. It's actually really good if you season it right and if you make it crispy. Most of the time, it might not be that way because it's kind of hard. So take a block of tofu, cut it into little chunks, put it between two plates with paper towels on either side, and kind of squish it down. Let it drain for a while. You can put something on top of it if you want to make it extra drained. But getting a lot of the water out, if you do that for at least half an hour, it's really useful because it gets a lot of the water out and then it's able to absorb more stuff. Then, so block of tofu, and you should use firm or extra firm. Come on, don't come out with some of that soft tofu. Not for this. Guys, get it together. Okay, anyway, so block of tofu, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 tablespoon soy sauce, 1 tablespoon cornstarch. What's happening, you say? What's this alchemical mixture that you're doing? What's Dr. Danek, what's happening here? Hear me out. Sprinkle the cornstarch on there, then the olive oil, then the soy sauce. Mix it all up. Put it on some parchment paper. I know, but it works the best, so get some parchment paper. I mean, if you had to, you could probably do it on some foil or something like that, but you'd want to spray the foil. Parchment paper works the best. If you don't have it, I suggest it. It's awesome. And you can get these like pop-up kind that you don't even have to like cut yourself. Very good. Anyway, so parchment paper, put that on there, 400-degree oven, half an hour. You can turn partway through if you want, and it just gets it kind of crispy and gives it a little bit of flavor and texture. It's awesome. So I'm baking that. I'm making my noodles. Then took 2 bags. Now, I mean, you could cut your own vegetables. You could go out there and pick your own vegetables if you want. I should have that kind of time, because what else am I doing? Turns out all the work all the time. Working online is way harder than, boy, going to work. Way, way harder. But anyway, so I buy bags of vegetables that are for stir fries that are already. These particular, I think I got them at Walmart. I used 2 big bags they were actually made for pad thai. I threw out the sauce, which is kind of wasteful, I suppose, but I like to make my own with the ingredients that I know are in there. So I took out the seasoning pack that came with the vegetables, and I just put the vegetables in there. But they're great because they're already cut up, they're already washed, and it's a wide variety of vegetables that you don't have to worry about. Anyway, 2 packages of those. And then, I have a giant skillet. Like, it's probably like 2, it probably is like 2 feet. 2 feet seems insane. Is it a foot across? You guys, I don't know how to do estimations at all. Anyway, so take a big thing. Use a little bit of coconut oil. Saute the vegetables up. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Depends on how you like your vegetables cooked. Then scramble 2 eggs in a bowl. Put them in there. Cook them up so that they kind of get that eggy texture. You don't have to use eggs if you don't want, I suppose, but put some egg in there. Stir that around. The noodles have cooked by this time. You drain the noodles, you put the noodles in, and then you put the sauce in, and then you put the tofu in, because that's cooked by this point too, because you're amazing and you got everything done at the same time, because you are a goddess in the kitchen. That's right, I said it. Then you make the sauce. So the original proportions for the sauce call for smaller amounts than I used. But to be fair, I did like double most of the other stuff in the recipe as well. So for that amount, and because my husband likes it saucy, you're basically just using white sugar and vinegar, and you can use vegetarian fish sauce. You could use real fish sauce, or you could use soy sauce. It doesn't really matter. But basically you would so the original one calls for 3 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar. It calls for white vinegar, but I use apple cider. And then 2 tablespoons of, soy sauce, fish sauce, whatever you have. I ended up like doubling that and then putting a little bit extra in. So I did I think 8 tablespoons of sugar. I know it sounds like a lot. It's crazy, but it's a lot of stuff that you're making in the pan too. So 8 tablespoons of sugar, 8 tablespoons of cider vinegar, and then 6 tablespoons, I think all the math's right on that, of the soy sauce. You kind of mix that together, get the sugar a little bit dissolved, and then put that over everything, and then keep it in the pan for a little while till the sauce sort of reduces and gets in there nice and good. Then on top of that, you can place, depends on what you like herb-wise. So we have cilantro, we had fresh basil, so I use cilantro, fresh basil. Spring onions are really good on that. Green onions, spring onions. I don't know if you call them anything else. Is it good television when you just pause and think off into the distance? Just wondering. But anyway, green onions. And then you can cut up some peanuts or crush up some peanuts and put some peanuts over it as well. And then you have basically like a super easy, fairly healthy pad thai. The only thing that's really bad for you in there, I guess, would be the sugar. And 8 tablespoons of sugar across the amount of stuff that you make is, I don't know, I felt like it was fairly negligible at this point, so I went for it. You could probably also use some other sweetener in there. You guys, I might start a cooking channel. No, I'm not going to start a cooking channel, but I just want to tell you that recipe. Why? I don't know, because this is what I'm doing today. What other news do I have? Let's see. Not as much as you'd think. I think that comes from the fact that I've basically just been in my house for weeks. Not a lot going on here. Oh, okay. Here's some things. I don't know if I recommended this before, but you can get games online. I know, bear with me. There's this thing. It's called the internet. It's not literally a net. I know, that's what I thought at first too. It's more of a web, the interweb. And on there are these digital games that you can play with other people and ways that you can communicate with them via video and chat. So my brother, he has a Steam account and he bought these Jackbox games, which used to be when I was a kid. Not even a kid. Probably in my 20s. I don't want to talk about it. It feels like eons ago. Oh, because it was. None of you were born. Anyway, um, we used to play this thing called You Don't Know Jack, and it was like this trivia game. And I think they came on CDs. And so it was like a party game that you could play that was sort of interactive with a computer kind of a thing. I know, imagine CDs and a computer. Who even has those anymore, right? The drives. But anyway, they existed at the time. So this company made a whole bunch of these games, and so they have a bunch of these games that you can play with friends online. And so we'll do like a Google Meet, and then we'll play with a group of people. So we played with my brother and his friends. Then we played with my friends who are from childhood. So one of my friends, Adam, big shout out to Adam. I doubt he's watching. That's okay, Adam. I'm not offended. We've been friends since we were in first grade, which would be, let's say, 6, so 34 years. Bananas. Yeah, so we've been friends for 34 years. He lives in Germany. I don't think I'm giving too much away. He lives in Germany with his wife and 2 children that are super cute, and so we got to talk to him, and then my friend Jesse, who we all met in high school, and my brother, and then Zach, who is my husband. We've talked about this. I'll try and have him as a guest soon. And we all played this game, and it was really fun. And it was fun to talk to them because it was all like a real reminiscent thing. It was like we were back in the 90s. It was weird and wonderful. You guys wouldn't know, but trust me, it's weird and wonderful. So we've done that. We played games with my parents last night, which was really fun because we played not like a Cards Against Humanity game or anything like that, but it's this game that you have to like come up with lies about what like the definition of something is. Or there was another one that's called Quiplash, and you have to come up with jokes. And my mom did really well at those games. She was quite proud of herself. And at the end of the night, she said, maybe we should start keeping track about who's come in first place the most times. I was like, this is why I have problems playing games with people, because of people like you, mother. But it was really fun. So we've been doing stuff like that. And the bird's molting. I just looked over at him just to check. I mean, he's not like actively doing it right now, but that means that he's getting new feathers in, which makes him slightly cranky. It's also spring, which makes him slightly cranky. And so he's been a good boy, but he's also like weirdly needy, even more so than before. I feel like I've run out of things to say. Oh, I just recorded my last lecture that I have to record today. So all of the lectures that I have to do are posted. Still have 1,000 things to grade and all sorts of stuff like that, but at least I don't have to record any other things like that. And maybe I can start doing like daily Dr. Danek shows, right? Because if I can talk to you this long on a weekly basis, imagine what I could do on a daily basis. Come on, y'all. It's amazing. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to end on a high and tell you I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all staying safe. I hope that if you are one of my students that you know how very much I miss you, because I really, really do. I've heard from, lots of my colleagues and then other teachers that I follow on the internet, other groups and stuff that I'm in, that I think most educators really, really, really miss their students. As much as we might complain, you're the reason that we do this job, and so it's hard without you. It's hard not having you there, because now it feels like my job is basically just administrative work, answering emails and grading things, and it's not the part that I love, which is getting to interact with students on a daily basis. So if you are my students, thank you for being you. I miss you a great deal. I hope that you are happy and safe wherever you are, and I will come at you again soon with another edition of the Dr. Danek Show. I'm fading to black. You can't see. It's just pretend that I don't. You can't. I'm gone.